Hello, welcome back to Tuesdays at 2. Mike Machuga here on a beautiful day in Erie, Pennsylvania. It is absolutely gorgeous. We haven't had many of these days. And here we are doing a live show. And all I want to do is get outside and play golf. So it got me thinking. Tomorrow I get to play golf. A good buddy of mine, Duke Cartrell, and also with my good buddy Ron Coleman. We'll be playing Lakeshore Country Club. Anyway, I had a conversation with Duke after he invited me, and he's talking about getting into golf, getting a little more serious about it, and he really wanted to play with Ron because Ron kind of got into golf a little bit later in life. Both of them are great athletes, but Duke wanted to get it a little more serious with his golf game. He's already a pretty good golfer. He's probably he's a good 6 handicap, so it makes him about a 210 average bowler, and that got me thinking well, what if he asked me to go bowling and said, well, I want to get better at bowling later in life. I never took it up before, and here's Duke, who's a great athlete, was a great college basketball player, played all kinds of sports. I think he was the starting quarterback for his high school football team as well. And what would I tell somebody like that wants to get into bowling and get competitive at it? And there's a lot of different levels. You can just be a league bowler and try to pile up your 300s and 800 series, maybe a crack at 900. Or you can, be a weekend warrior, see how that goes, bowl and scratch events on the weekends. And there are handicap stuff in the middle that, you could bowl, enjoy being a little bit competitive. What level did you want to get to? And if you wanted to get to basically what I call like a weekend warrior, is there's always good tournaments on Saturday, Sunday, within driving distance with a decent format, and oftentimes on challenging conditions. And if you wanted to get to that level, which is where his next level in golf would be to get into the scratch tournaments and try to be making cuts. Where would you start to get on that path to get there quickly? And simply put, I'd say you need to figure out how to get power, get it to spin as fast as you can, get it traveling as fast as you can, and figure out what ball to throw. Because at the end of the day, in those tournaments, the bowling ball is going to win. You ain't going to win with the wrong bowling ball in your hand. So you got to figure out what bowling ball that you've got is going to give you the biggest margin for error and the best carry percentage. So if we started on that before we even went to the lanes, I would say we're going to put them in a reactive ball, a urethane ball, and a polyester ball. And we've gone through those the last few Tuesdays about how the technology has evolved over the last few decades. And while today's technology doesn't have to be so much of looking at it as a throwback to that older technology, but those cover stocks, the polyesters, they create less friction. So figure out on the conditions, what's the right one for you to throw that day? Is it going to be the reactive ball? Is it going to be the urethane ball? Is it going to be the polyester ball? As you get better and you start to learn the ball motion, how to read it front to back and left to right, mainly front to back, add to your arsenal. Get yourself a good array around what you're going to be using most often. If you fall into the reactive category, get you some benchmarks and then broaden it out to ASIMs and then lesser dynamic cores inside those reactives for some drier conditions. Maybe add another urethane, but keep that polyester ball close by. Learn what bowling ball to throw. The right bowling ball is going to win. And that's the modern game. And whatever you do, don't go to a weekend tournament thinking, man, I should have brought that ball with me. Because that just creates a doubt that, boy, if you did have it with you, would it give you a combination that's going to give you the biggest margin for error? And at the end of the day, margin for error and carry percentage is going to win. Now, if we were talking about the skill environment, well, my teaching would be completely different. One, you're going to get one bowling ball, which is basically the same as everybody else is throwing. And two, you're going to work on a lot more touch, repeatability, more of a gravity, unforced swing, precision, and then versatility. I do not think that in the modern game today that teaching that way is necessarily the right way to go. While I will always try to maximize the power I can get out of a player in my coaching, I wouldn't rely so much on power as a starting point. as much as what the old game would be. So that's how I would be a how to bowl. And if you're going to get into it, where to get started? Reactive, a urethane, a polyester. Get as much spin and as much speed as you can possibly get, and figure out what bowling ball is going to behave in a way that gives you the biggest margin for error. So that said, we'll get into some bowling. Today on the left lane, we've got 6.1 milliliters. I really wanted to groove a pattern that I could put some strikes up with that Mag 10. It's been so much fun to throw. It's just a perfectly gyro balanced ball, and I really enjoy throwing it. And over on the right lane, last week I tried to make a pretty easy pattern based on our house shot. Pretty unsuccessful. It hooked too much, broke down too fast. It was only 21 milliliters, and it played way too wet dry left to right. So modified it a little bit for this week. We're up to about 27 milliliters. Made some changes to where the hits are, and trying to make this as high scoring as I possibly can. I've got a Hammer Solid Redemption right here, pinned down. Redemption Pearl, pin up. Prism Warp, pin up. And then my benchmarks, I got my V2 and a Black Chaos, just to see if we can see some things with the distance. So unfortunately, I didn't get to warm up a whole lot today. I had a little mishap with the oil machine. I'll let Larry make fun of me for that and what I did.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. Why would I make fun of you for anything? Are you kidding me? What kind of person do you think I am?
I got the face for radio. Hey, look at that, Larry, it hooked. I sort of ran the lanes, didn't throw shots right away, didn't go down and check the stripping and oiling to make sure it was right. I just kind of waited till I was about to get ready for the show and threw a couple shots, they didn't hook. Realized that we didn't have any cleaner in the machine, so we were basically just plowing oil all the way down the lane. That's why it didn't hook. So I had to fill the oil machine back up with cleaner. Take an extra 10 minutes to oil this pair. Let's see, that Prism Warp didn't roll too bad. This is the Redemption Solid. Again, still getting loose, grabbing the heck out of it. That's what I expected out of that ball though, pinned down, just kind of a control arc. Over here, Mag 10, gyro balanced. Hopefully we're able to kind of play them the same as what I had them yesterday. Yeah, obviously going to hook a little bit more. Yesterday was leftover 21 milliliters. Today is just 6.1 milliliters. Oh, Redemption. Redemption Pearl. I feel I'm going to love this one. It might be still a little goopy in the middle. Might shoot a spare before you even have a chance to throw me odds. Hey!
Congratulations, you made one.
It's 3/610. It's a good one. Prism Warp. Okay, definitely going to play a little further right than what I do in league, so that's nice. Oh. See if I can re-rack without screwing up my signage. Alright, so we'll go 2-1 left of yesterday. Actually, no, yesterday I was in a little bit. I want to say my numbers were like 14 3/4 when I finished. Oh boy. Man, that ball.
Good
All right,
Lord, man.
Let's go Redemption Pearl. Give it some room to the right.
40-plus-year-old bowling ball.
There we go. That's more like it. Still overloaded in the middle though. Next time we run them for high scoring, unlimited balls. Still have to back out of some of that middle. Still definitely a smoother motion out of the warp. I feel like I want to take that cover into the pro shop and break it and kind of redo it. Let's go 16 and 11 and a half. God, that ball. All right. I know where I am over there. Let's throw this redemption solid. That might be the right one. I'm not shooting that.
Yeah, there's zero chance you make it. You better dump that one.
I don't know. They might be walled up perfectly for that. Over here, 27 milliliters. This is 43 feet on the right lane of 27 mils, and left lane is 6.1 at, I believe, the same, buffed out to 43. Let's just see.
Yeah, nasty.
Same thing.
Nasty.
I gotta cut this thing. 1,000. I think this is the right one. Yeah, this is still too much in the middle to be perfect for what I want, but I'll be able to work with it. Let me move my target just a little more to the right. Open up my angles just a pinch. Oh, I yanked it. Oh God. Well, still overloaded in the middle. So we're gonna go with the redemption solid. Yeah, I don't know if you can see on the camera how much over under I've got. The left of target is really accelerating hydroplaning. It's not wanting to get into the hook phase and into the roll. Never has a chance to get the roll phase if I get it in too far. And to the right, it's kind of overhooking. So I'm gonna need to manipulate a little something here. And I'm still, however many shots in, partially winded. I really can't commit to how I want to play them. Over here, pretty simple to figure out. So, in an effort to put up the biggest score I can, I'm going to get well to the right of that ledge, inside where all that underhook is. Just kind of knuckle it a little bit, firm it up in the dirt. Yeah, that's how we're doing it. All right, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to bowl 3 games on each lane. Mag 10 exclusively on 6.1 milliliters, 43 feet, 27 milliliters over here, and I'm going with this Prism Warp to start. I'm pretty sure this is the right attack plan. Atom, less hand. a little more speed. So, and we'll do it a bowl consecutively. So bowl a game with this Mag 10 and let the discussions begin. Larry, how you doing today?
Fantastic. Beautiful day outside. Got some work done before I came in here.
Got any plans after you leave? You gonna got any projects done?
I'm gonna go take a nap, dude. Those are my big plans.
Oh yeah, fatherhood. All right, we're starting at 15 and a half and 10 and a half. Pretty good. Maybe just over it a little bit. And in future episodes, we'll make sure we switch lanes and alternate which pattern goes on which lane, so that there is no bias. Still wasn't crispy, but not bad, not bad. And 9 and a half. Now I don't really move my target a half a board much, but I typically use the halves because they're cracks. Instead of the whole board as a target, you know, a whole inch, I'm looking at the finest point I can. So I typically target 9 and a half or 10 and a half. Rarely do I use the 10th board as a target. This ball is so cool. It's so cool. Never just does anything crazy. And if I wanted, I could easily bump 5 or 7 left, slow it down, hit it pretty good and hook it, but not needing to. Oh my God. That was the right combination of misses. Slipped, twirled it, flung it to the right, and grooved that oil pattern just the way I like it, Lair.
I mean, it blows my mind that 40-plus-year-old bowling ball can still do that on arguably one of the worst shots I think I've seen you throw in like 3 weeks.
I also drilled this ball. Oh, and then I noticed a bad rack, twirled a little bit, and it hits like a ping pong ball. That was also a poor shot. No chirping back there, huh? So of course this idea kind of really came about because Larry asked me a question yesterday, what he thinks I would average for a league season with this Mag 10. So while we're in quarantine, why not just see how they score against each other? That one was pretty good. Maybe throwing a little hard, but cut and rolled my greens, or no, I rolled it last night and then cut it today, Larry. Looks good. That was There's a bunch of it. Oh, too much. Made sure I caught that one. When I want to make sure I catch a little extra, give it that extra heavier roll, I focus on my forearm kind of going through that line of the ball. The tendency on a miss hit is to get around a little quick. So my key is when I want to make sure I get that little bit of extra, forearm up through the center of it. Avoid that, key on that. Hope that made sense to somebody. So, I kind of liked the way I threw that one. Felt really good. I'm gonna cheat. We'll go half and one to the left and try to make that same shot. So we're 15 and a half, 10 and a half. Forearm up through it. Got it in a little bit. Woo! Tickled it from the backside. Well, I think I said 235 is what I thought I would average. On pace for 39, clip for 59. Fifteen and a half, 10 and a half. Yeah, I got a little twirly with my feet in that one. That one wasn't great either. Close. Gets me into the 240s. Really only made 3 great ones, I would think. That was a good one. It was a good one. All right, 4 great ones for 250. Fill it up for 59. We're here. Start bowling. So I'm finishing up 15 and a half, 10 and a half. I'm making sure I get my forearm up through it. And I started at 15 and 9 and a half, so I believe the adjustment that I made to the just a fraction further left was more because I was starting to get sharper and get my forearm up underneath it a little bit better. What's up, Blair?
Just got a text from a mutual friend. He said, quote, "Tickled from the backside. I find that to be offensive."
Well, kind of feels like a contest of who might say that. I'm gonna call out Jake Martz, maybe?
You know what? That's exactly who it was.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry, Jake.
That's the personality trick. All right, so 15 and I don't even know where I'm looking. We'll go 8 and a half. 15, somewhere around there. Firm speed. All right. That one wasn't bad. I may have gotten my thumb kind of low and around, just a fraction. But I don't want to overhit it because I am playing in the friction. So I'm not really going to think about anything different. I don't want it to get that far to the right, so I'm actually going to look at 9 this time. Oh, God. Good Lord.
Full flaps.
I don't even know what the heck happened there. Felt like I was about to break my ankle. All right, 3 and 2 right for the square. I don't know if I stepped on a pebble or what. I was walking around with my shoes on, then I was walking around in my wet and sandy and freshly clipped lawn. Dang. Try that again. We'll leave that pin there because maybe it'll keep me from throwing it in the gutter. 15 and 9. Oh my God. This is going well. If I just started out like this in league, the mood would change. All right. Move a little extra here. 5 and 3. Make sure it gets over there. Okay. I'm gonna be a bowler here. I'm gonna make all kinds of excuses. This is a different type of patch on my thumb today. I don't know if I like it. Hey, a good one. Well, it's definitely not a great one, but. All right, we got 266 left. We'll get there. I'm gonna try a little special vice grip powder. I don't even know what that stuff's called. I call it the special sauce. Okay. It's prism warp. Heavy rolling, no sudden movements, but strong. Freshen it up with just a baby 1000. And again, this is not the league shot. This is my modified version to, if I want to make them as easy as possible for just myself, that's what I'm trying to come up with here. This allows me to play a little further than our typical league condition here. Was looking for less over under left to right, but it's still there. Typical league. Whoa. Hello. Twisters.
Whatever. Don't look at me.
Whatever.
Whatever.
This doesn't seem right. That was a pretty good shot. I can't throw it there again, so we're going to make a little move. 16 and probably 9.5. Yeah. 16, 9.5. That wasn't far enough. Okay, so 17, 10.5. Well, I really hope I don't stripe them too quick. If I get to that goop, it could go straight. 17, 10.5. Whoa. Okay, now it's just an eyes move. 16 and 11. Out for 266. Pace 46. 17. No, 17 and 11. Got it in. Woo! Twisters. All right, 17-11. So a little bit better. Yeah, that was to the right. All right. 260. There we go. Whoa. I like the way I threw that one, so we're going to go 18 and 12 next time over here. All right. Good game. Back to the Mag 10. Let's think about what we're doing here. 15 and, imagine it was 15 and 9.5. 15, 9.5, get your forearm through it. I bet it's 10 and a half. It must be 15 and 10 and a half. Got it in. Oh, dirty. Oh. Gotta wait for the ball to come back. Need a spare ball. That's why they have 2 inductions. What a great game, that duck pin. Larry, you been out to Westway and played? You been out to Westway and played duck pin?
Nah, you know, I actually haven't really had a whole lot of ambition to try duck pin bowling. I'm more interested in candlestick.
Candlestick?
Yeah.
We drive a few
That's big
miles for that.
in Boston. Maybe I'll go catch a Red Sox game too while I'm at it, right?
Yeah. Do some damage to that ugly green wall while you're at it. 15 and 10 and a half. Oh my gosh. Just kind of feeling all twisted. Same guy as yesterday's spare game, right?
I'm not even talking about yesterday. I'm not even trying to think about that. It was like watching me shoot spares. Like a monkey falling out of a tree, dude.
All right. I'm splitting the difference anyway. 15 and 10. Those little adjustments like that, halves, and just moving your target left or right. It might not seem like it does much, but it gives you a different perspective of the lane. So the idea of just moving it, the target to the right a fraction, is just to try to get the ball to the drier boards just a fraction sooner. Really just to adjust carry angle. I think I can go good all the way to 9.5. Uh-oh. Shh. You're forgetting about yesterday, right? All right, throw a better shot. Hey, posted. Oh, seems like it's the main word I use in my coaching all the time. Post it. Always, just post it. It's so simple, just post it. Your shot is always going to be better if it's posted. Post it. That Mag 10 running over the 8-pin. I was Googling this morning. Anything I could find on Mag 10, seeing people selling them. Great shape used, $15. I got goals, Lair. I'm going to drive the market press up on an ebonite gyro balanced Earl Anthony Mag 10. Got it right. Oh, snapped it. No. No, they don't look like that. Johnny is correct. It's still nostalgic. I can still just catch a whiff of the rubber, just a little bit, like right when I set it up, just that little odor. I was surprised when I drilled this ball. It really didn't stink that much, not nearly as much as I thought it would. And I thought I was going to have issues once I got through the outer part and into the inner. I thought maybe the bit would wobble or chatter or chip. This thing drilled like butter. It was awesome. No slug, and it feels great. Although I might have to put a slug in there just to get another piece tumbling because I love watching all the logos line up and spinning. I love seeing that when the ball doesn't flare. When it does flare, I can get real picky about color schemes, tricking my eyes, flipping to the wrong side of the ball for me, making it look like it stops. But balls that don't flare, I don't mind seeing stuff spin. I think it looks cool, actually. Still 15, 9.5. That was first one in the 10th. Puts me in the 240 range with a chance to shoot 259. Larry, do you have score in the camera today? You have a score in the camera today?
No, the scores aren't in the camera.
So y'all have to
the
just
top
trust
of the
my
frame
scoring?
is the masking units. But you've been striking a lot, for what it's worth.
Oh no. Ugh. Last shot on the game. Before I go do it the other way, how much of that was me? Definitely a good portion of it. I might have to cheat when I come back over here. We're at 15 and 9.5. All right. Speak, partner.
Are you looking for odds?
Well, of course.
Odds on this with the Mac 10. You know what? I think I got $2. I'll give you 2-1. I don't know. I mean, I think you're gonna make
2
it.
to 1.
So
Come on.
he might be a pretty good spare shooter, actually.
2 to 1. Only because he's only got my $2 in his pocket. All right. Check this. That's a bet. Nope. Bounce. Come on, man.
Man, tell you what.
All right,
Tell you what,
better be bringing dollars next time.
I'm going to
It's bugging me.
Wendy's. I'm going to Wendy's.
I need a breather anyway. Johnny, you see my Dr. Pepper anywhere? What am I not throwing? All right, so gotta be around 18 and 12 by now. I started on this lane at 15 and 8.5 or 9, something like that. We're at 18 and 12. And still not really hitting it, just kind of floating it with a little bit of speed. Pin speed just went up. $246 for the old Mag 10. $18. I'll go 11.5 here with my eyes. Whoa. Come on. Really? Probably overhit. Thrown slow. Jumped all over the place. You're a lot quieter today, Lair. You're not enjoying my spare shooting as much?
I mean, you're a professional. You should be running that over most times. And I'm not even giving you odds on something like that. Yesterday, I mean.
All right, that's a little better than that. 18, 11.5 or so. Come on, clean it up. Maybe slightly left the target. Not posted, so I don't want to get the oil on that ball. Stay in a pit. Oh.
So on the live chat, Nick Archaki said, I can only get a Frosty from Wendy's, which brought me on to thinking about, have you ever dipped French fries into a Frosty?
Well, I have.
It's amazing, right?
It's actually not bad, but
Yeah, I mean,
I will never order it for myself.
okay, so you won't go to Wendy's and get an order of French fries and a Frosty.
Nah.
You're wrong.
No. 18, 11.5. Trying to throw it better. Can't throw it any better than that.
And if you would have gone to Wendy's for French fries and a Frosty, you probably wouldn't have done that.
Stupid game. I felt whatever it was slipped on the first game. All right. Maybe you have to throw it better than I can throw it, huh? That's better. Jeez, you work so hard.
Dan Francis tells me you snuffed his Arby's and horsey sauce mix until you actually tried doing it.
This is true. That is That is something I do order because Arby's and horsey sauce mixed up with curly fry, that's pretty good.
That makes the most sense. It's not as
That's
good
pretty
as
good,
French
but you
fries
better
and
have a
Frosty,
Dr.
but
Pepper.
whatever.
Speaking of, anybody? Anybody? Is there anybody here? No. All right. I'm gonna have to move a little bit. Pull our eyes all the way into 12. All the way. 12. Ooh. 19 and 12 and a half. You know who would frickin' beat my brains in on this? Well, I don't know. I guess not. I can still shoot 250, but
Two-handed lefties.
nah. At Rolling Meadow? Come on. That ain't gonna happen. Eric Berger was just
Oh, there you go.
was
Yeah.
just licking his
Yeah.
chops, going, bring it. Doing that knuckle fudger right at him. 18 and I don't want to fall behind it. 19 and 12 and a half. Got it right. Oh, come on, really? I don't want to throw that ball anymore. Speaking about my Mag 10, I don't want to throw my Mag 10 on 27 milliliters for spares. I can throw one of the other ones, but. I'm going to move my eyes a little further left and kind of give it the business a little more. I'm going to go 20 and 14, and now I'm going to go back to kind of a normal hit rather than backing out of it. Oh, come on. That one kind of got around the fat part of it, too. There's just not enough space there to not hit it. All right, screw it. Black Chaos. Come on, really? $20 and 14. 0-0. Jeez. See, I believe that if I were to actually use that Mag 10 for the whole season, I'll bet you my low games would not be nearly as low as the reactive balls. So that would drive up the average, while my high scores might not be as high as what the bigger balls, you know, the big 800s and 820s might not happen. But I don't think the 630 or 640 nights happen. I shouldn't really say that because I'm sure there's going to be, but I'll bet there's less low scores with that Mag 10. As long as I had enough friction to the right to actually be able to use it. Well, those two weren't too bad, eh? Good talk, Blair.
Yeah. Can't hear anything. My bad.
I don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing. Ah, what is that, like 214 or something? Oh, geez, it's 214. I still got a shot to throw. All right. Game 2, winner, Mag 10. 246, 214. Because I think that when...
The chat wants to know which bowling balls are you throwing right now?
On the left lane, it's the Ebonite old gyro balanced Earl Anthony Mag 10 on 6.1 milliliters, 43 feet. On the right lane, we're using a Brunswick Prism Warp on 27 milliliters, 43 feet as well. And did I throw that last one over here bad or not? Just gonna tuck my eyes in, just a pinch. 15 and 11. Ah, gassed it a little bit too, so I'm guessing I threw that worse than I gave myself credit for. I shot in the tent. Come on, let's shoot a number here. Nice rack. Really?
Are you re-racking in practice? Are we talking about
Mark it.
a re-rack in practice?
It's probably a broken twister pin in that rack. See, that one's better. Oh no. That was just so bad. Ah. Jeez. Touch them all with the ball, you can't miss. Oh, that was so bad. Come on. $15 and a half, 10 and a half. Got it in just a pinch. Not even enough to measure, but I'm gonna bump another half left with my feet and just kind of touch it to make it softer and rounder. It's a couple of those ring and tens we've seen on shots that may not have been perfect, but in my opinion deserved a strike. So there's an adjustment for it. 16, 10 and a half, just trying to get a little softer, a little nicer to it. Still get my forearm though. Wow. We actually definitely broke them down. That's striped right there. Larry doesn't have any money. I'll make this one.
I was thinking about giving you odds on that, and yeah, nah, I had a feeling.
All right. $17 and 11. Okay, that was softer, but I didn't quite catch it. So, $17 and 11. $16 and a half and 10 and a half. Come on, softer. $16 and a half and 10 and a half. Oh, just a little lazy with my legs. Oh, that could have at least brushed it on the way by.
You look like you know what you're doing on them spares. Good job. Gold star.
Same guy. Same guy, Larry. 16 and a half, 10 and a half. Use your legs. There we go. That was the 8th. Sheet for 236, pacing 206. Pretty good. Pretty good. Puts us in the 2 teens. So 100 over. Sheet for about 140 over for 3, 740 something. Let's get this one. 16 and a half, 10 and a half. Softer. Use your legs. Got it in, but. Oh, twisters! Larry,
What?
give me the big cheesy.
I.
His mic wasn't on, so you're not gonna be able to see him on that. Being a dork. Come on. Throw better.
That's what you get for calling me a dork. And
Shut
my
up.
mic was on.
Shut up, you know.
And the finger I'm going to wave at you next time isn't going to be so PG.
You know, this year in the Troopers, every time I made fun of a 2-hand lefty teenager, I solid 8 like the next frame. It was crazy. It was crazy. Every time I made fun of one of those little guys, Ninja Turtles. All right, so 720, 730, something like that, 730. 730. All right, what in the world was going on over here? We were 20 and 14 and throwing it kind of normalcy. Popular word these days. Not really. I mean, it was just a little right. I almost reached back for the reset. Little cutter, tangle them up. You love that, don't you, Larry?
Of all my years of bowling, one of the coolest things that you ever taught me was the cutter. And it's not even a question. Like, it just makes things so much easier on that side of the lane.
I feel like I should probably nudge a little bit. We'll go to our 2 and 1. 22 and 15. Oh. What? Come on. Jeez. Thought I threw that pretty good. I don't even know what it would be. Odds. You don't have any money.
I'll give you 5 to 1.
I'll take 5 to 1.
All right, bet for $1.
Oh, God. Nice try. Good Lord. Is that eye only open?
The French fries and the Frosties just
Shut
keep
up.
getting bigger. Keep getting
You're
bigger.
annoying.
Go to Arby's and maybe give me some Arby's sauce and some horsey sauce while I'm at it with all the money I'm making off of you.
Just stop it. Oh, Lord. I thought that was good. 24 and 16. What is going on? I mean, what? Thought I made that. Oh my gosh. Why? I mean, gotta keep moving, right? At what point do you change balls?
Actually, you got to keep moving left.
Duh.
That's bowling. That's how we bowl.
There you got jokes. 27, 17 and a half. What?
Whose rain jacket is this?
Wow. Right? It's been sitting here this whole time? Nah, I doubt it. That would not have hooked when we started. In no way. Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, I'm cheating. I'm going to cheat. Hey, everybody, I'm going to cheat. This is against the rules. Don't do this at home.
Do you need odds here?
Well, yeah.
5 to 1.
5 to 1?
Yeah.
Can I bet like 100?
No, you can bet $1 because I'm
$1.
poor.
Bet.
All right.
Oh, no.
I might be feeding my family on you tonight, boy. I tell you what.
Really, I got 59 in the fifth. I mean, at what point do you change the ball? It's not like I know where the pocket is with this thing. I want to go one right with my feet, one left with my eyes. 26 and 18. $27 and 18. I have to move every shot now. $27 milliliters. Gonna have to put 30 out, John. Gonna need 30 milliliters. Well, this turned out not fun. This is annoying. This ball's good. 28 and a half and 19. Yay. Yay, bowling. Playing golf tomorrow, though. All right. I gotta do something different. I'm kind of go back in the neighborhood of where I started. Just throw a pin down redemption solid to smooth it out. 18, 11 and a half. trying to bail out something here. All right. So maybe the answer really was, instead of keeping jumping to left, move less, grab a different bowling ball. This one's same type of bowling ball as the Prism Warp. Color scheme make it a little sooner. The layout though is much smoother. It's a pin down, a little stronger location than the Prism Warp, which I think is 5 1/4. This one I think is 4 3/4, maybe even 4 1/2. But the pin down lowers the differential, so it makes it a lot smoother. I've got it in. Oh my God! Really? It's fun. Shut up, Larry. Just shut up. I'll take the spares. What the heck happened there? This thing's got to make sure it gets to the right. Oh, yeah. 158. Do a little recap here. $730 on the nose, I believe, without an open. And 637. On that note, I think we'll keep the pattern the same on this left lane. Kind of liking this motion with the bag 10. I don't think I would change a thing, really. Oh, slipped. I mean, I guess we could maybe shorten the pattern a foot to maybe get better carry angles. Pardon me, I'm just going to throw another one so I know what adjustments I want to make with Ted. I don't want to have to soften up so much. Yeah, plenty of hook to the right, but just a little too much and too long inside a target. So maybe just a small tweak there, probably just a speed. Over here, ugh. We got to get rid of some of that oil in the middle. Maybe put a little bit more on the outside in the right place down the lane to get that to hold up a little bit better. But that was 27 milliliters. We're going to need more than that. This Prism Warp definitely was able to handle it. Left lane, mag 10, 730. Sweet. Till then, Larry, got any questions? Any follow-ups? Peace out. Go subscribe.